Call a meeting to order, the Griggs County Commission at 9:30. Stand to pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Roll call, John?
Here.
Dale?
Here.
Ron Dahl is absent. Sean Stefan?
Here.
Troy's here. Okay. Approval of the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? Kind of a short agenda. I hope there's none.
I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Sean's moved to approve the agenda as presented. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Seconded by Dale. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. As you know, we called some contractors and got 3 bids on this concrete work for the EOC Center. Apparently the DES would like to see this done with a formal bidding process. They would like us to notice it, and it's going to set us back a couple weeks, but I don't know if it's worth getting in a dogfight over. So I think what we're going to have to do is rescind the motion to approve propylene construction, and then set forth on a formal bidding process, have Samantha notice it in the paper for 2 weeks, and then select a contractor.
So I'm going to push our schedule back so far that we're going to miss the deadline for completion.
I don't think so.
No, I think that 2 weeks, I think we'll still be able to
Start the end of July.
start the end of July.
Which isn't too far off of what they're doing.
No, back till the 30th of September.
Yeah, we got till then, but will the contractor be able to?
Right, well, that remains to be seen.
They were looking to mid-late July anyway, weren't they?
Right, yeah.
It's going to have to be stipulated in the bid packet. If somebody takes this thing, they're going to have to get it done.
Yeah.
And it's really, the Century Code states $100,000. That's what Jamie told us we had to abide by. There's some other uniform codes that construct within the Century Code that possibly applies to this, but it's not worth fighting over it. There's extraordinary circumstances that we could claim, but again, let's just bid it and be done with it.
Yeah. I just don't want to risk trying to save $32,000 in reimbursement and have the whole project,
Fall in our lap.
Mm-hmm.
by failing to meet the completion deadline.
Yeah. Well, I think there's enough room.
Okay.
I think there's enough room. So Ron was.
We don't have to accept the lowest bid, do we?
I don't know that. It's not strictly a low bid contract, or no, it's not. It's based on
Offering.
low bid, time of completion. I mean, there's a bunch of different factors in there. We just need to, before we evaluate the bids, we need to set forward a criteria for evaluation, so that we evaluate all the bids on an equal
Equally.
basis. Yeah. And the only, it's $25,000 and over is what has to have formal bids, is the way that the DES is interpreting this. Under $25,000 can be informal, and the rest of the work we've had done has been under $25,000. And again, there was only one flooring contractor in Cooperstown. There was only one finished carpenter in Cooperstown. I mean, there just wasn't anybody else to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis's work was previously bid in the project. So I think we're covered in all the rest of them. As was Hope Glass, they were previously bid.
And Bergstrom.
Yeah. But I mean, there's extraordinary circumstances here that are beyond our control. I mean, this was bid once and all it isn't bid, and it was canceled, so. They seem to be, the DES seems to be pretty adamant on having this bid, so I think they're just.
There's no sense in jeopardizing it.
Right. So I would make a motion to rescind the previous acceptance of Kripplin's concrete bid and reopen the bidding process, a formal bidding process for the concrete work, curb and gutter and concrete work on the new courthouse.
The EOC Center, right?
EOC.
I'd second the motion.
Been moved and seconded that we rescind the previous motion accepting Crokleen Construction's proposal on the concrete work on the EOC and open the bidding up on a formal basis. Is there any discussion?
I don't think we have to put the specs in the bid. I think we just have to make notice that the bid specs will be available at the auditor's office.
Right.
And Ron was working in that wording along with Jamie.
Okay.
So it's just a very
Just need like
simple
linear footage of this. And
right,
that.
and yeah.
Well, Jamie called and said he was going to be in his office. We don't really need him on this call, do we?
I don't think so. I think I mean, again, if Samantha will call Ron and he was working on and Jamie is working on the wording of it. So
Okay.
we have till Tuesday to get that straightened out, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. John, Ron, Dale,
Aye.
Sean,
Aye.
Troy votes aye. Motion carries.
I move that we adjourn.
Been moved by John that we adjourn. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Seconded by Dale. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned at 9:41 p.m.
That was very exciting.
Next regular meeting.
So basically, you are